What is up, Light Fam? It is David, your spiritual awakening coach, here to help you through your spiritual awakening. 3 signs you're already existing in the 5th dimension. Ooh, another juicy one. Let's talk about it right now. Let's go. The first sign that you're already existing in the 5th dimension is that you view yourself and your fellow human as a fractal of Source or God. This is the first step into stepping into unity consciousness. 5D consciousness is unity consciousness or Christ consciousness. This is the first step toward dissolving a lot of that programming, which makes you believe in separatism and divisiveness. So the 3D physical reality is the plane of duality and individualism. It's the plane of separateness. So the best way to gain gnosis about your true, eternal, non-dualistic, non-physical identity is to live through a temporary physical experience of duality. And one of the best ways that we get back to remembering from whence we came and what we actually are is to step into unity consciousness. See your fellow human as an extension of Source or God. Now, this does not mean that you approve of all of the behaviors of your fellow human, especially those behaviors that are harmful to others, but it does allow you to come from the perspective where you're able to ask some 5th dimensional questions, some 5D questions like, what did that human want to experience in this particular incarnation? Why did this human incarnate to experience what they're experiencing? What did they want to learn this time around? What did they want to bring to the light and heal out of their energy field? So notice how those types of questions take you out of that judgmental, condemning type of energy where you just strengthen that separateness and divisiveness in your experience with other people. See, it's the people that, kind of get that spiritual righteousness and point fingers. They're just staying anchored in the 3D because they're strengthening that perception of divisiveness and separateness. And they can't ascend into 5D because they're not asking 5D questions. They're pointing the finger from the 3D. The second sign that you're already existing in the 5th dimension is you're now starting to see that your environment, your circumstances, and your fellow humans are all a reflection of your inner beliefs, intentions, and emotions. You now get it that the universe is your mirror. You are a microcosm in the macrocosm. Your physical reality is subjective to your inner frequency. It's your inner frequency that connects to the quantum field and determines what it is that you experience in the physical. So we can actually use this universe is your mirror as an amazing learning experience to take a look at what frequencies may be keeping us anchored in the 3D. In other words, what frequencies within us, what aspects of us are denser, heavier energies that are keeping us from ascending into the 5D. Well, what have we attracted? Has our unhealed trauma attracted something? Did our unhealed trauma cause us to initiate a relationship from a disempowered state? Or did it cause us to emotionally manipulate someone because we're holding resentment, or we've got some type of repressed trauma that we're not letting out? The universe is your mirror, and this allows you to heal those lower, denser frequencies. Heal means raise in frequency, and when you raise that frequency, you can ascend into the 5D. Now, before we get on to the third sign, you're already existing in the 5th dimension. If you're finding value in the content, please click the subscribe button. Every time you do, you will support me getting those dance lessons that I so desperately need. And the third sign that you're already existing in the 5th dimension is you've become extremely adept at reading other people's energy, so much so that you no longer need to rely on merely deciphering their words as far as what's really going on with that person. Maybe before in the 3D, before you started ascending into the 5D, you were relegated to just trying to overanalyze and overthink and really pick apart their words. But the 5th dimension is a higher frequency. The higher you go in frequency, the more of a palpable contrast the denser frequencies, such as fear, become to you, and you can pick those things apart. You're going to know immediately when someone is being disingenuous, or they're trying to get something from you that they don't believe they innately already have. Maybe there's unhealed trauma in their frequency that they're projecting. Maybe there's some resentment that they're trying to hide, but it still comes out in their energy. Those denser frequencies are going to be very contrastable and just picked up by your higher frequency the more that you are into the fifth dimension, because energy never lies. So now you're able to really kind of see through everybody, whereas before you may have only been able to rely on people's words and actions to figure out what's really going on. But now you're living more from the heart, and the heart is an amazing energy reader. Those are the 3 signs you're already existing in the fifth dimension. Let me know in the comments below some additional signs that I missed that you're already existing in the fifth dimension. I'll see all of you guys in the next video. I love you. Namaste.